Good
Morning,
morning,
Karen.
Anne-Marie.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Looks like you've been on the bike.
No, going to get on the bike, unfortunately. I've got one more lesson after this at 10. 11 I finish, and then I got a 2-hour hard ride. So I'm dressed, my stuff's ready. Yeah,
Good. You're organized and you're ready for your run.
I am. I must say that I'm like 100% committed to my training program, which is just amazing. The only thing I find is if we talk about the word regression, I don't always achieve the target of the training for that day, but at least I'm going forward. For example, last night I had to go for an hour and a half, but I'd already planned in my head I was going to do a spinning class for an hour, which I love. I love the music, I love the vibe. So I had an amazing spinning class, but that's 60 minutes, not 90 minutes. So
Ah,
I've got to slowly work on maximizing the time. But yeah, it's strange. But so today will be a hard one, and then Thursday tomorrow I go to Amanus just for the night with Greg, and I ride an easy ride with my partner the next day. But on the 19th, I think it's the 19th, yeah, the 19th of this month, I go away for 2.5 weeks to Amanus for hard training.
how do you feel about that?
I have to do it. I'm nervous to ride with my partner because he's strong at the moment, but he motivates me. I just almost it's like a wake-up call. But
Yes.
I feel I did a gym session on Monday, which was really crazy, and I felt stronger. I'm definitely getting stronger.
Good, 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 good. Yeah, listen, you can't do an hour's spinning class and not get stronger, right? Because those are
Yes.
intense.
Yes. And
Yes.
I also find with the training program, it's all about your heart rate, which I haven't really concentrated on before. So for today, I've got to keep my heart rate at 145. And it sounds easy, but let me tell you, it's hectic. So, and that's 2 hours, but it's such a beautiful day. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm lucky I'm going out into a nice day.
Yes.
And I'm also more focused on my diet. So even though I'm not there with my diet, I am drinking more water, I'm eating less chocolate, and I'm
Okay.
planning a little bit of a shot. I want to start my shots again in the morning because my gut is not that great at the moment. So I want to do those ginger shots with lemon and cumin
Okay.
because it forces you to down 2 glasses of water with it and
Yes.
just try and look after my gut a little bit more. And then I've got a target 1st of September. I'm going to start my recovery drinks, my L-glutamine, things like that for muscle recovery, magnesium. I'm going to up all those nutrients like I used to.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. I think that's a very good idea because you're going to need to have the supplements.
Yes, yes. But what was so nice was I went on to the Kinder Soul and I went on to day 32 because it is day 32 today, I think, or 31.
It's day 31.
Yes. And I went on, and it's such a nice video to just remind yourself where you're at. So that motivates me. I look for the day, and yes, I am bad because when it's Wednesday morning, I quickly go and see what my homework is. But it sort of gives you the week plan. And I
Yes.
find planning my week, I'm so much more organized.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So I'm going to take your message very seriously, Karen. I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to go through your questions one for one and listen to them. Yeah, and come up with a plan because I hear you. It's that accountability that you need to keep going that becomes very difficult. It's the maintenance of it.
Yes. And I also think like if everyone started a 5K run, and they've sort of started the step. How do you do a course to keep them going? That's consistency, purpose. Those
Yeah,
are things that are hard to achieve.
yeah.
Like my son said to me last December, and I was like so shocked at what he was saying. I was saying to him, how's the because he's a MMA fighter, and I said to him, how's it all going? And he said, Mom, it's just giving myself a purpose. If I don't have a purpose, I don't train. So, you need a purpose to go to the gym. You need a purpose to go and get fit. You need a purpose to eat well. If you don't have that drive, if you don't have a purpose, and my purpose behind it is always entering a race. A race is what drives me. If I don't have that race, I'm
Then you
freaking
don't do it.
lazy.
Yes.
Morning,
You just,
Leilani.
hello, Lilani.
Hi, ladies.
Karen, you just really know how to pick the most extreme races out there, right? You're not humble.
And all my friends that are pro riders, and when I say pro riders, they're not really pro, but they are out there and they've done the race a few times. They just like, I took you for tea and I told you not to fucking enter. What's your problem? And I think I say this as a pro, but my strongest thing is I've ridden many races with this one friend of mine who she's so strong. I go in unprepared. Not that I'm not fit. I don't actually know what the race is about. And halfway through the race, I'm like looking at her saying, "Fuck, what do you mean we've got another 80 kilometers to go?" And she says, "Did you not look at the profile?" And I'm like, "No, that's your job." And that's what I do. I enter unknown, but I've got a strong head. But
Yes.
my body just doesn't want to keep up.
Listen, I
So,
really admire your guts and your boldness.
so Karen, is that an exception or is it a rule
For what, Lenani?
for entering things that you don't read through?
No, I get excited. All my friends say to me, if you want to do something and you're looking for a partner to do it with, phone Karen because she never says no. And that is something I do. I even went on a mushroom journey with one of my best friends. I didn't even know anything about it. And I sat down on this bed and everything was so beautiful. And I said to her, you know what? If I don't get anything out of this journey, I'm going to sleep for 7 hours because I'm exhausted. But oh my goodness, was that journey the worst thing I ever did in that it brought out emotions. And I cried for 7 hours solid. And if I'd known that before I'd gone, I would have said to Hanneli, are you bloody crazy? I'm not doing that
Yeah.
because I'll never do it again because it's touching your inner core
Yeah,
of trauma that you've had years ago.
yeah,
It's hectic and you've got no control over it.
no control.
Wow.
Yeah. But you were supported, right? He was quite good in supporting you.
Brilliant,
Yeah,
brilliant. It was a lady in Hart Bay. She was amazing, but I didn't expect my journey to be
yes,
so exhausting. It was
yes,
exhausting.
yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's not an easy yeah, sherbet. Yeah.
I was going to support her and have
Yeah.
fun.
And meantime,
So
it
if
didn't
I'd researched it, maybe I would have understood what I was going into, but I never do that.
yeah. Yeah. Tell you. So in other words, Leilani, to answer your question, it's definitely a
It's
rule.
a rule. It's a rule. It's a chosen rule.
Chosen rule, that's
A
also
rule by
okay, right?
a rule by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well done for you for being so brave. You know, my mother always said, um, there's no pills for stupidity, hey? Nothing's
No,
gonna
Not
help
at
you. You
all.
don't need help. You want that. But it's driving
But
you, Karen, it's driving you. It
and
gets you
also
from it
my
gets you from
children say to me, I motivate them because they say, shit,
exactly.
mom, if you can do stuff like that, we can.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's your power.
Yeah.
That's your superpower.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I have had some bad accidents on the way. That's been unfortunate. And that's been stupidity.
Yeah, well,
So
every
I've had hard lessons to learn.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's also just part of the journey, right? It has
Yeah.
to, that's part of it.
Yeah. I'm hoping this time round, well, I really am strong about it, is I'm more aware of the two mistakes I made the last time with fatigue and not being strong in my head, that I was tired, exhausted. I really am more aware of that now because speed really killed me, if you put it that way. So I'm now in the race, I'm being more conservative in my riding.
Yes. Well done, Karen. Well done for knowing that. Well done for seeing that. Yeah, well done. I think that that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how are you not going to be tired on the actual race? Is
So
this
yeah, so
you?
there's 8 months of training, and if you follow the program, you should look, you are going to be fatigued and exhausted. There's no way around that. But if you follow the program, remember on the race days, you aren't pushing yourself in the red all the time. You're just monitoring yourself to finish. Where the pros, I think, have a different thing. So if I follow the program, that's why this program is very important to me. So when I
Yes,
said to you, and Doreen, I need something to give me purpose after this, is the
yes,
program's vital for me. I can't have a day where I skip. If I stick to the program, stick to my nutrition, I will be more prepared for the fatigue and the tiredness. If I don't follow the program, my body won't be able to handle it.
yes, I see. Yeah, no, we have to. I've got my homework down here, Karen. I promise you, it's here.
It just came to me this morning. I was busy going through day 31 on the platform, and I just thought to myself, but when I'm finished this, what's the next step for me? I was like selfish. I
Yeah.
thought, no, I want to go forward.
Yeah, no, great. I absolutely hear you. And thank you for that, because that's what also keeps my brain moving forward with ideas, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
no, good. Yes. Okay, cool. Um, I think you've done well this week, Karen. I'm impressed. So yeah, give yourself a pat on the back, right? Well done.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
Hi, you, Lilani.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I have shifted my main goal.
Right. Talk to me.
Yeah. Monday, you send us a check-in and you said do something for yourself.
Ah, yes.
I
They
got
look
new nails.
beautiful.
Stunning.
That's my absolute thing. I just love when I can do my nails and my eyebrows and my hair. I am the happiest person ever. Well, everything makes me happy, but that makes me really, really happy. Um, Anarine, where do I start? Let's start by my change in
Yes.
mindset. So I have last week I said to you guys, my you spoke about putting the thing on the ceiling. And then every time you look at it, you read, okay. And I said, I'm going to put on my ceiling, R1 million profit money in my bank on my ceiling. I'm going to put that there. But there's a lack in it because when am I getting? Am I getting the R1 million when I retire? When I da 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 da? So I have done a quick calculation to the potential opportunity that I'm currently busy with the business, blah, 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 blah. And I have decided I want 5 million clean profit in my bank by the time I'm 50.
Okay.
That gives me R500,000 to put away per year for the next 10 years minimum, and then I reach my goal. And that means give or take 50 rand a month, 50 grand a month. And with the potential that's coming in, it's doable. So my goal is I want 5 million in my bank, not relying on policies and what for my retirement. That's going to be my money, and that's what I'm doing that. I'm working towards
Very
that.
cool. So,
Yeah.
wait, on this I have to go into the abundance section. Hold on, sorry, I'm in the 6 week section. Okay, Lilani is changing her goal to
Yeah.
5 mil by 50.
Yes.
And just to refresh my memory, how many years is 50?
10 from now.
10 years.
Yes, because I just turned 40 in April.
Okay, got it. Okay, that's awesome. I'm very happy about that. Are you going to stick that on your wall, on your ceiling?
Yes, ma'am.
And did I tell you with that I got it from The Secret, which I actually think is still on Netflix, eh?
I've searched it and I couldn't find it, but
On
maybe it
Netflix.
was because I yeah, because I don't know really how it looks. So
Okay, look,
there's so many. There's so many The Secrets, but which one is it? So
oh, I see. There's so many The Secrets.
yeah.
Shit.
If you
Okay.
can you can you like find a screenshot and just share it?
I'm gonna have to find the book, I suppose, and then just tell you who the author is. So it's got to be The Secret by, I don't know. My bookshelf is in a mess. I'm just quickly Googling it. Yeah, here we go. It is. It's The Secret. It's exactly this. Who's the author of here?
Share your screen and then I will take a picture.
I've actually just opened it up on I sent it on the 6 week.
And then that other one, Shame and Guilt, that Brené Brown, is it that?
Yeah,
Brene Brown.
yeah.
That one too, please, because I couldn't find that one as well. But I think it's really because I don't really know what to look for.
Okay, so that's The Secret. That's what it must look like when you're on I took that from Takealot though.
Okay.
See, sometimes I don't know if they are going to Brené Brown call to action. I don't think she's on Netflix anymore.
I'll
But
find it somewhere.
you can, she's got a lot on YouTube. But I'm just gonna send you a
Okay.
picture of her so you know what she looks like.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Yeah, I've put it on my homework, but I was looking for it but couldn't find it. Oh my gosh, guys. So, remember I said I'm gonna do my demo parties again? And
Yes.
I've started to invest in that. I'm putting a lot of time and effort in it to like get back on the trends and get latest statistics and those kind of things. And I've started watching Sexology. Sexologist is the thing on My Family Cinema. Goodness gracious, that's interesting. So,
Sexologist.
Sexologist, yeah.
Okay.
So I've started to watch that, and yeah, I did the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, nope, I'm putting this off because when I watch this, I want to really take notes of everything, like da, 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 da. So yeah, that be from passion to homework. That's where it went from passion to learn to homework that I need to data capture. So that's quite interesting. I'm going to do it if I don't have children in my room because it's yeah, they go in depth with a lot of things. So
And what is it about? Like, does it teach you what? Like,
yeah. Yes, teaches you all about passion, touching, arousal, orgasms, statistics of pros and cons of being intimate, not being intimate, being having orgasm, those kind of things. So all the things that I need to like educate people around self-love and whatever because that's what I do. I do demo parties for women and then to take home their information and then on a s- on a way that I educate them a way that you bring things like this into your home without your husband feeling overwhelmed or threatened, because that's the stigma. Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. So
it sounds
Yeah, you don't
fantastic.
want
I
to
think
put
you're
them
going
under
to share that
pressure.
link with us.
okay, yo, okay, get ready.
Nalani, do you follow that lady on Instagram? And Irene advised us. It's a Julian.
Juliet Allen.
Yes.
No, was that
Oh, you
some class
must,
I
eh?
missed?
She is brilliant.
I
Juliet
like
Allen, and
her.
I mean,
Juliet
yeah,
Allen.
she
Like her.
really teaches you as a woman to really take what you want out of sex and not feel guilty about it. But she does
Okay.
it in a really nice way where it's meaningful for both partners.
Yes, and after you've watched something about her, you don't feel like often I feel like this the talk that's out there makes you feel quite gross afterwards. You like, oh, like yuck, oh. And it's almost like becomes almost like perverted in your brain. She's not like that. She
Okay.
goes into like the hardcore flippin' stuff that's out there. And after listening to her, you feel informed, not violated. So
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
the person I follow for sure. I don't like,
What's
and
her
you,
surname?
she's Juliet Allen. I'll
Alan.
find it. I'll take a picture of it for you as well. I have really enjoyed her so much so that I've done more than one of her courses.
Oh,
She's an Australian sexologist, and um she was in a poly whatever relationship for years, and then she found this person that she has slowly converted to monogamy. So that was a brilliant journey to be part of. Yeah, I enjoy her, and she speaks about, I don't know, she's awesome.
okay. I will definitely go and follow her.
I'm going to take a picture of her, but this actually isn't her page. This is some retreat thing that she must be doing, but this isn't her original page. She's also got, and she's beautiful and she's lovely to look at,
Okay.
which helps, you know. Um, and she
And her
is, no,
partner's sexy.
yeah, her
Is it?
partner is sexy, yeah.
Very.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Nalani, very exciting journey you're pursuing. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, and I think that a lot of women need it because there's a lot of bullshit information out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, if you want to practice, Anani, on your workshops and that, you've got us to practice on.
Nice. Oh, nice. I never thought of that. Okay. So I'm gonna do a demo party for you guys. Nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds very good. We'll incorporate it in the Zen and Zest.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Christina, I take it that you're driving, right? If you are, you don't need to unmute yourself. I don't want to leave you
Hi,
out.
ladies. Hi.
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 Yes, I am driving, so I had to pick up Mateo from physio and then take him to school. So
Cool.
I'm on the way to school now, and then on my way to work.
Okay, and I
Just
hope that
don't
you
crash
can't
with the
hear us.
topics.
No, no, no. So I'm listening through my Bluetooth, so I'm good.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. For a
Yes,
second there, oh
I
no,
almost thought like, ah.
thank goodness. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Christina, are you in the space to talk about where you're at or
Yes.
not?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Talk to me.
I'm feeling really good. I think in terms of my goal for my 46 weeks was to try and incorporate as many healthier meals into our lifestyles. And I'm actually doing 4 times a week now.
Well
Wow.
done.
Um,
Well
Yeah.
done.
yeah, so like it's really like I think once you get going, you kind of like I think what it is, it's the excitement of making veggies exciting.
Yes. I love that.
Like for example, I mean last night wasn't I mean, I'm not going to say it was super healthy, but it was like schnitzels, which I obviously had nothing to do with because that you just buy from Woolies and you just put it in the oven. But then what I serve with it is like veggies. And so I've gone out and made like a big batch of beetroot, like 2 kilos of beetroot. So every night we have beetroot with our meal, which is obviously extremely healthy, very healthy. And then we've also I did like a mushroom sauce and broccoli and cauliflower. And that was our dinner. Schnitzels, veggies, and beetroot. And a sauce on top of the thingy. So maybe the sauce wasn't as healthy, but there was no carbs in it because it was just mushrooms, butter, and cream, which is obviously high fat, but no carb.
Good.
So I think, yeah, so it's like incorporating things like that. I'm still still struggling a little bit with my kids' lunchbox, but I think it is what it is. But I think evening wise, like dinners, I'm on 4 days a week, where 1 day a week yet we still maybe eat something naughty, or like the day before, I don't know, I was going to actually tell you, Anarine. So I made a big pot of calderada, and I think you know what calderada is,
Yes.
right? So
Right.
it's like a fish stew. I went and I bought some really nice king clip, and then I made this fish stew, which my father-in-law loves, and I can't eat that without rice. So,
No.
so obviously we had rice with it, but yeah, otherwise it would have been healthy, very healthy meal.
But
So
rice
yeah,
is better than pasta, right? So rice you can get away with, I
true,
think, as a
very
cheat.
true. Yeah, I know. I think it's also the amount of rice.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's also the amount of rice, like I think everything in moderation, right? But yeah, so I'm feeling really good that I've gotten to this point where I'm eliminating quite a lot of the heavy starchy stuff, like the pastas. Like when I did my kids' meal prep, also I only did one pasta.
Yes.
The rest is all like healthier meals. It's not so heavy and stuff, which I'm really proud of. And it's going to continue. I have to continue. Like there's just, it's like your world is your oyster when it comes to making food. So, just need to stick to it, I think. And how to stick to it, yeah, that'll be interesting to see after the challenge is gone. But it's like continuing basically with what we've been doing.
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm really impressed, Christina. I think you've all done so well. Well done. And we've got like a week and a half left, right?
Yeah.
It goes so quickly.
Does, yeah.
And I think especially since you called it 6 weeks, it's going much faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
42 days sounded like a long time. Now 6
Long
weeks is
time.
like really like, oh my gosh, is it
Yeah.
already that time?
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Hey? And I suppose that's a lot of what we do is the manipulation of the mind. 6 weeks and
Yeah.
40 days is just a
The same
manipulation
thing.
of the mind.
Yeah, it's the same thing though, but it's just how your brain thinks of it. I don't know.
Yeah, how your brain perceives it. And in
Yeah.
that perception, it seems achievable or not achievable. And that's what you
Yes.
need to do with everything, like Karen's race. Change your perception. It's
Yeah.
still the race. You just change the perception.
Yeah.
Lolani's 5 mil in 10 years. If you
Wow,
think of
that's
what you think,
amazing. Go for it, Lilani.
yeah.
Yo, I wish
If you
that was my goal, but I don't have a business. But yeah, yo, go for it.
A good one.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's amazing.
My strat is going to be this, Anarine. So listen to my strat. I even
Oh.
worked out my strat. So with all the multiple business hanging around, the businesses is gonna like cover whatever they gonna cover. So they're gonna carry themselves, obviously, and I don't really take salary from that. But for the Raffle Club SA, I'm gonna pull a salary, and my goal is to take that whole salary and just save it. Because I do live from the businesses, and that's going to be my, well,
Living.
businesses is business, but I have to sometime pull a kind of a salary from there. And the business, as you taught us in the business class, I must just work out which business is covering what expenses. Then only my entertainment and my living expenses is going to come from myself, and that I can pull a small salary from the businesses. So the business is becoming independent and completely grown. And my raffle essay, that's going to be my saving. That's going to be just take it and shove it and don't touch it, and that must grow.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, I think it sounds fantastic. I'm proud of all of you. You make me very proud.
We couldn't have done it without our coach.
No, I'm really happy to hear it. So well done. Yeah. So we've got 1.5 weeks and we're going to make the most of this. So Today we're going to be doing two things that I want to talk to you about. The first thing is being grateful, which you've already heard in the notes, but I just want to reiterate it because being grateful, this journey was a long one for me, right? Because I have been trying to be grateful for a very, very, very long time. And only up until recently did I actually have any idea what that meant. Because being grateful for me was like all of a sudden stopping and being like, oh, wow, I'm grateful about that. And then I didn't really understand why this made me any better. Like, why would it? And then through the crap that's happened, the one day I thought, like, I don't know how am I going to do this. This is really, really, really bad. And I sat down and I thought, just be grateful. And the difference that I felt after just thinking that, I realized what the power of being grateful is. Because if you sit in a space of gratitude, when you're in despair, there's no space for despair anymore because you're grateful. And that was such a lesson for me and such an eye-opener for me on what is the potential of being grateful. And then, of course, I use my grandfather's thing as a really nice, insightful way on having a sense of gratitude because he nailed it. So whenever you're in a situation that you're really pleased about, then you say, I wish that you were in that exact situation, right? And it makes you feel so grateful for exactly what's in front of you, exactly that experience that you're having. And it just changes the perception of where you're at. So that grateful journey for me, I mean, Jaco actually got it. He got this container from a client a couple of years ago. It's this beautiful container, and we're going to be doing it in the Zen and Zest. I'm just battling to find the right blinking paint to um I wanted to, okay, anyway, that's a long story. So this container every day you write down what you're grateful for and you stick it into this container. It's such a beautiful idea. And I've been doing that for years. And only up until recently did it actually ring true. So I want you to remember this within this challenge because being grateful for where you're at now is the step that you need next. It's sitting down in the gratitude of what's happened to you already. I mean, that's not even saying anything about being alive. It's just quite simply saying about where you at right now. And I think it would be great just to take a moment and reflect on that. Like, what are you actually grateful for? And once you allow that to happen, you can feel the stir within your soul, right? It's a different perception of when you're on the other side, thinking when you're in a space of true gratitude, there is no room for despair because what you have right now is actually enough. And you've got to understand how profound that is if you think of it from a coaching point of view. A coaching point of view is pushing you forward to achieve your goal. It's basically saying that it's never enough until you get there. So by introducing, or not by introducing, by taking a step back and being like, well, that's actually not the way it works. The way it works is I'm being grateful now in order to get the next step for me. It's that also that other concept of which was oh sorry, they're moving some of the stuff next door.
We cannot hear anything, so it's
Can't you?
good.
Okay.
Nothing.
Sure, technology is amazing, hey? That's massive banging. Anyway, that concept of you can only lose, I'm trying to think of how it works. It's you can only lose weight. That's what it was. It came with the body exercise, right? You can only truly lose weight if you love and accept yourself for who you are now. And that's part of the gratitude journey. It's like you can't expect to achieve what you need to achieve with your 6-week challenge if you don't accept and be grateful for what you've got now. That reminds me, Lalani, how's your 1K?
I'm doing well. So last week I did not tell you guys what's happening because I had a little bit of a water retention, but I have lost my kilo last week and I have lost my kilo this week. So I'm happy. Yeah,
Well done. Yeah, that's huge.
maybe by the end of no, maybe by tomorrow's session, I will be down another kilo, but I'm not going to rely on it. But I do believe it's going to because I'm 200 grams from it. So, but I have to say, I'm keeping to my fasting. I don't eat during the day. I only do one carb and that's at night because I only eat one meal. And I do my water, and obviously my best friend.
Yes.
But yeah, and my injections I do on a Thursday morning. So no, I'm okay. I'm doing good. I'm proud and I can see it. I can start feeling it in my clothes. Um, Kristalani took one of my jeans and chuck it out and said the nanny, she's gonna give it to the nanny. I'm not keeping that anymore because it's hanging like a sack. And my friend gave me another jean of hers. She said, I don't know if it's gonna fit you, but you can have it if you want. And it's a very nice one. And I put it on and she said, so did you fit it on? I said, well, I'm wearing it. And she's like, oh, but it's too big for you. And like, I know, I just wanted to show you. So it's good. I'm actually now passing her. She's tall. She's very tall. She's as tall as Christo. She's 1.8
Oh,
whatever meters tall, but she has a fupa and doesn't have bum, no bum at all, flat bum. Anyway, so but now I'm passing her because I was BMI wise, body ratio, I
yes.
was way bigger than her. But now, yeah, we wore the same size, but now I'm like, cannot wear your clothes anymore, darling. Sorry. So no,
No, listen,
but
being tall is definitely helps with weight loss. Being
yeah,
tall,
yeah.
you hide all. She's lucky, like I'm lucky. That little bit of extra height helps with that.
Yeah, it hides it about. But yeah, I no, I'm doing well. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Good.
Mm.
Yeah, good. Okay, so the space of being grateful is massive. Then the other thing I wanted to speak to you about is just I want you to really just dissolve this concept. This concept really works. So I originally found out about this concept. I think I told you it was that I think she was called the Pink Turtle. I haven't been able to find her since, but she basically helped you clean your house. She came up with the most bizarre concepts to clean. And she was the one that started off where she said, if you need to clean your dishes and you don't know where to start,
Oh
take
yeah.
all your dishes and put them on the floor. And I was like, oh God, imagine what her house must look like if she's gonna do that, right? Like, how many dishes do you have that you can't like, put them in your sink? But that wasn't the point. The point was that she strategized in order to get it done. And I really liked her and I really invested in the stuff that she said. Totally wacky woman, but I enjoyed her. So she taught me this principle. It's the 15-minute principle. I have heard this principle in 10 minutes, in 5 minutes, in 30 minutes. Everybody has just changed the concept. I have no idea who was the first person to do this concept, but it works, especially for procrastination. The 15-minute principle is when you know you need to do something and you really don't want to do it. It's like you can feel it in your body, but it's something you absolutely have to do. You use the 15-minute principle. You put a timer on for 15 minutes and you tell yourself, just start for 15 minutes. And you go. Now, I must just make you aware that this concept works for items like I need to fix, if I need to clean out my top drawer. You know, you've always got that drawer of shit that's like, and you're never going to get to it. The concept works for stuff like this. The concept works for all of it. That's not what I want to say. I just want you to be aware that if the 15 minute or the 5 or the 10 or the 2-minute principle, whatever way you want to do it, doesn't work for you, you need to emotionally invest into why. And I think I told you, no, I think it was in the business one that I said it. Remember, I went through this like whole thing of like having to retract a lot because I was like in an absolute wobbly in terms of I know what I need to do. It's in front of me, but I'm just quite simply not doing it. And I went from being like so stuffing busy, like not being able to breathe, I completed a massive project that's been hanging over me, and I needed to move on to the next project, and I wasn't doing anything. I literally went inside and put Netflix on, and I was like, yeah, something's really bad. Like, what the hell? Netflix and a glass of red wine. I know, I'm ticket. Something's really, really bad. And the whole thing was, my next journey was to punt, because I've got 4 months left of this woman's course, right? It's really to punt and to invest my knowledge into exactly what she's saying and start punting on social media. Like, this is it. I must use the content that she's given me and punt it. And I was sick. There was no way that I could do it. And I had to sit myself down, did all my principles, did all my theories, went back and redid my 6-week challenge to be like, no, I need to do this. Do a 6-week challenge on it. I need to do it. Like, get focused. Nothing. I couldn't get my butt to do it. I needed to sit myself down and I needed to emotionally digest why I wasn't actually able to do it. So for me, what actually turned out so part of what she says you must do with your marketing is that you should entertain, you should inspire, you should educate, you should create trust, and you should create action. Okay, so with all the posts that you do, these are the things that you should be doing. You go through all of these. So one day you do entertainment, one day you do education, one day you create trust, one day. And I was sick. I thought, okay, do an educational post. And every concept was like just so difficult for me to wrap my head around. And she speaks about going onto Canva and just dumping this information, getting a picture and shoving it on there, going to chat, getting the stuff that you want from chat, putting it on, and voila, half an hour a day, problem solved. And I'm like, I can't do this. And I mean, it's not that I don't have the content, right? Like, I could some thick shit out of my thumb, right? Like, come on. And I realized that at the end, it was just, I don't want to be the bullshit that's on social media. You know how much crap is on social media. I don't want to contribute to that. You scroll and you scroll and you scroll and you're like, I absolutely hate it. And I actually have stopped scrolling myself because it's like, I don't want to be part of this rubbish. There's such rubbish. And now she wants me to be part of that. I don't want to just do a little picture. If you're watching me, watch because I'm going to be telling you something that you actually need. Otherwise, I don't want to be on there. And to figure that out was so stuffing draining. It was holding me back, because I was being inauthentic to who I wanted to be on a platform of people that are cold audience, people that don't know me. It's like, why do you care? They actually don't know you. It's not like I'm taking a warm audience and giving them crap. By the time you warm, you know who I am. You relate to me or you don't. So yes, how blinking interesting. So if you're not finding these principles working, there is a true core reason why you're battling. And you need to push yourself back, re-look at that, revisit morning pages, sit and reflect, get off Netflix, don't drink red wine, and allow yourself that space to actually reform and refigure out, why is it that I'm not able to do this? And since then, I feel more confident to post, because I'm not going to post crap. I'm going to post stuff that I want to post. And what is that? I'm not saying that her course hasn't been worthwhile. Her course gave me the foundation I needed in order to push forward, but I can't do what she does. I can't. It's not me in any way. I don't want to do that. So it's like, right, well then do what it is that you need to do. And finally, it goes the full circle of the way this whole thing starts, right? Because in order for you to know what it is that you're wanting to achieve, you need to understand a little bit about yourself. You can't determine what it is that you're wanting to achieve before you understand you. And it threw me full loop. It's like, but then who am I authentically? Where do I stand in this world? How interesting. So this one thing that was pushing me back brought me back to self, brought me back to the core reason of what I'm actually doing.